everyone, so here's my arrangement of the traditional holiday song Greensleeves, and all I basically did was play the melody, but I put a few little embellishments in there, you know, just to kind of make it my own. And I encourage you to take these beautiful melodies of Christmas songs and experiment with them and try and make them your own as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the way I played the melody. I began by sliding into the note C on the G string, up from a couple of frets below. Then I'm playing the note E flat on the B string with my index finger, and I'm adding some vibrato. The next note is F, also on the B string. And now we're going to bend that F up a full step to G on the B string. Notice I'm putting 3 fingers behind, 3 fingers on the string there, 2 fingers behind the bending finger to help get the pitch up. So we're bending full step to G. And then, this is kind of a tricky technique. While the bend is up, I'm going to add my pinky to the 9th fret, but still with the note bent, and that's going to bring out an A flat, and then I'm going to release the bend back down to the F. So I'm bending the note F to G, fretting A flat with my pinky, then releasing the bend. Okay, and you get that lovely soaring kind of sound. And then after I release the note back to the F, I'm going to do this little slurred pull-off thing by dragging my hand back to the 5th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret. Now obviously these notes aren't in the melody, but it's happening quickly, so you just get that nice kind of, it almost sounds like a saxophone slur as you resolve into the D note on the B string there at the 3rd fret. So let's play those first couple of bars again slowly. Okay. Then as I hit the notes B flat and C on the G string on the 3rd and 5th frets with my index finger and my 3rd finger, I'm depressing the whammy bar down to give you that sound of the note coming up. Those notes. Just to give that kind of attack, like we're coming up to the note. And then I'm going to hit D, the note D on the B string 3rd fret. I'm going to bend the note D a half step on the B string with my index finger. And then I'm hitting the note C on the G string with my 3rd finger. And now I'm going to do this little thing where I'm going to bend the same note up to pitch. So I'm going to bend the B note on the 4th fret of the G string up to the C note. So a half step bend with my 2nd finger, and then release it. So I'm bending up a half step, and then back down, and then I'm playing the note that I was bending to. See, we could just go C, B, C, but to me it's more interesting if we bend that first note. Again, it almost sounds more like a slide. Just another way of phrasing. And so that bar we have, we're bending the D up a half step. So let's see what we have so far. Now we arrive at basically a G triad, and we're going to play the note D on the B string, and instead of just playing the triad straight, we're going to use that whammy bar trick and depress down, come up on the B note on the G string. Just again adds a little bit of color to it instead of playing a straight triad. So now we repeat the first part of the melody, sliding down into the C note. And now we have a change. We have this hammer pull off on the notes D to E flat here on the B string. So hammer on with your second finger and then pull off. Now I kind of slur down to that, and then I'm bending the note B to C on the G string and adding a lot of vibrato on that. Might add vibrato with the bar on that one, or you could do it with your fingers. So let's play that first section again a little slower. Second section, instead of just playing the B flat in the melody, I decided to bend into it, and you could just play it with the pick. You could rake through the strings. Kind of like it with the rake. So I'm just bending a half step from the note A to B flat. And again, what's your pitch on these? So then I'm following the melody A, G on the E string. Now as I'm going to play F and then I'm going to play D on the B string, play my F on the 6th fret, and then again for this D note on the B string, I'm going to use that whammy technique again of dipping the bar as I strike the note. So you get... And now we're going to do a bend to a note that we're going to play again. So I'm bending C a half step, which is getting to D. It's C, C sharp, D. Again, C sharp's the passing note there because we're getting to D, but it just creates an interesting little bit of tension because you get that in-between sound just for a second. So I'm bending the G string 5th fret and then playing the index finger on the B string, the note D. Then I'm going to bend that to an E flat with my index finger up a half step. Basically, again, that idea of playing the note by bending up to it and then fretting the actual note. So here we have another G triad, but this time we're playing D on the B string and then pulling off to open B. And then playing open G. Again, using the bar to depress slightly to give you almost like a slide kind of sound. And then we basically repeat the second half of that part of the melody again. Then I added a little Celtic trill, as I call it, which is hammering on from the note G to A, and then pulling back off to G again. So we have... Same idea again, walking down by bending the note we're going to, not quite getting there. And then the end of the melody there, we're bending the note D to E flat and releasing it, walking to C, and then a little slide down to the B note on the G string, a little slur. See that grace note there of the B flat, we hardly even play it, we just kind of slur through it. A, B, and then the note C to finish. But again, rather than just playing it straight, we're bending up from a half step below. So let me just say, if I was playing a melody like this, I probably wouldn't play it the same way twice. I'm not even really playing it the same way twice now, and I notated the first part just to see what I played. So to me it's all about expression, and as you play a melody, especially a vocal melody, trying to put as much emotion in it as you can, whether it's bending to a note from a half step below, using the whammy bar, using a vibrato, doing a big soaring bend with a rake, maybe walking up to a bend, you know, using those little slurs, you know, whatever it is you feel is an interesting and you know, part of your personality. Because when I'm playing naturally, I don't think about these things. Like, I don't go, oh, I'm going to put a half step bend in here, or it just sort of comes out naturally because that's how I hear it, you know, based on my influences and just the way I like to play, and what I like to hear. But you know, if you like the sound, for example, of hammer-ons more than bends, you know, then slip some hammer-ons into the melody. If you like sliding up to notes, you know, try all sorts of different things, because these are the things that give your playing personality and make you unique. Okay, so I'm going to play the melody through a couple of times, and I'll probably add some embellishments, and then you try it. Happy holidays to you all, and thanks for watching. If you want to check out some of my TrueFire courses, that would be great, and you can come visit me and listen to some music at robgarland.com.